Welcome back to Casual English Talk. I'm Alex.
And I'm Zoya. Today we're sharing something that can make English feel simple, clear, and enjoyable.
Many learners think they need big grammar or long vocabulary lists to speak well.
But actually, you only need a few easy sentence patterns. When you learn these patterns, speaking becomes natural and smooth.
These patterns help you talk about your day, your plans, your ideas, your feelings, everything.
And the best part is, you can use them right after this episode.
We will speak slowly and simply so you can understand every word.
And by the end, you will feel more confident about speaking English in a clear and natural way.
Let's begin. Let's start with the first pattern. It is simple and you already know it. But many learners forget how powerful it is. The pattern is I plus verb. This small pattern helps you talk about your daily actions. For example, I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work, I study English. These are short sentences, but they help you speak clearly about your day.
Yes, and this pattern works everywhere. You can use it when you meet someone new, when you talk to a friend, or when you describe your routine. And what I like is that you don't need difficult grammar. You only say I and then the action. It makes English feel soft and simple.
Right, and many beginners feel shy because they think they need to speak long sentences. But long sentences are not necessary. Clear English is usually short English. For example, if someone asks, "What do you do in the morning?" you can answer, "I drink tea." That's enough. The listener will understand you.
And when you use this pattern again and again, you build confidence. Each time you use a simple sentence, your mind becomes more comfortable with English, and the language starts to feel like a normal part of your life, not something heavy.
Right, and many beginners feel shy because they think they need to speak long sentences. But long sentences are not necessary. Clear English is usually short English. For example, if someone asks, "What do you do in the morning?" you can answer, "I drink tea." That's enough. The listener will understand you.
And when you use this pattern again and again, you build confidence. Each time you use a simple sentence, your mind becomes more comfortable with English, and the language starts to feel like a normal part of your life, not something heavy.
Another pattern that helps beginners a lot is I like plus noun or activity. This is one of the easiest ways to share your interests. For example, I like music, I like reading, I like traveling, or I like learning English. These sentences help you start conversations and express yourself naturally.
And you can also use this pattern to connect with other people. When someone tells you what they like, you can reply with, "I like that too," or "I like something similar." This creates a friendly feeling in the conversation. It helps people understand your personality.
Yes, and learners often worry about sounding simple. But simple English is good English, especially when you use these patterns clearly. For example, if someone asks you, "What kind of food do you like?" you can say, "I like spicy food." You don't need long descriptions. The pattern does the work for you.
Another useful pattern is I want to plus verb. This helps you talk about goals and small plans. For example, I want to learn more English. I want to travel. I want to meet new people. I want to improve my speaking. When you say these lines, people can understand your future plans easily.
Yes, and this pattern makes you sound active and motivated. And it's very easy to use because the structure never changes. You only add a verb at the end. For example, I want to cook, I want to rest, I want to practice. This pattern is perfect for conversations with teachers, friends, and coworkers.
And what I like about this pattern is that it helps you express your direction in life. Many learners want to improve, but they don't know how to say it. When you use I want to, you show your intention clearly, and listeners instantly understand your goal.
Another simple pattern that helps with daily life is I have to plus verb. This is useful when you need to talk about responsibilities. For example, I have to work, I have to study, I have to clean, I have to wake up early. It's a helpful pattern because we all have duties in our life.
And when you use I have to, you make your schedule clear. You can also use it to explain why you cannot do something. For example, I can't come, I have to finish my project. This small pattern helps you manage conversations politely and clearly.
Yes, and after practicing these patterns, learners begin to see that English is not about memorizing big words. It's about using simple structures again and again. And each time you use them, you become more fluent.
Another pattern that helps you describe feelings is I feel plus adjective. This is very important because we all need to talk about emotions. You can say, I feel happy, I feel tired, I feel nervous, I feel relaxed. This pattern helps people understand your emotional state.
Yes, and what I love about I feel is that it allows beginners to express themselves without difficult grammar. You only need one adjective. For example, I feel hungry. Very simple. And it makes your conversations very natural.
Yes, and when you use emotional sentences, you build more connection with people. English becomes more than a subject. It becomes a tool to share your life.
Another pattern is I need plus noun or verb. This helps you express something important or urgent. For example, I need help, I need water, I need to practice, I need a break. This pattern is very useful in daily situations, especially when you feel stuck.
And this pattern helps you take control in conversations. When you say, I need, you are expressing a clear requirement. People understand you quickly and respond to your needs.
All these patterns make English feel simple. And once learners use them daily, speaking becomes easier. They see English not as something big, but as a collection of small and clear tools.
Yes, and that's the goal of this episode, to show you how little you actually need to speak clearly. With just a few easy patterns, you can express actions, feelings, goals, needs, and responsibilities.
And now that we've explored these basic patterns, we can go even deeper. We can look at patterns that help you make longer ideas, simple questions, and more comfortable sentences.
Yes, so let's continue from here in the next part and build your English step by step.
When you start using simple patterns every day, something interesting happens. You begin to understand how English works without thinking too much. So now let's move to another useful pattern. It is I am plus verb ing. This pattern helps you talk about things happening right now. For example, I am studying, I am cooking, I am walking, I am learning English. These sentences sound natural and show the action in the present moment.
Yes, and English learners hear this pattern many times in conversations, but they often forget they can use it too. When someone asks, "What are you doing?" you can simply answer, "I'm watching a video," or "I'm resting." This shows the listener what is happening right now, and it makes the conversation feel alive.
You can also use this pattern to talk about small temporary actions that are not happening in this second, but they are happening around this time. For example, I am reading a book these days, or I am working on my English. This helps you express progress in a soft and natural way.
And this pattern helps you make friendly conversations too. Imagine you meet someone and they ask, "How is your day?" You can say, "I'm having a good day," or "I'm feeling a bit tired." These are gentle and helpful sentences that explain your current mood.
Another important pattern is for talking about the future. Many learners think the future in English is difficult, but you can express most future ideas with one simple pattern. I am going to plus verb. For example, I am going to study tonight. I am going to visit my friend. I am going to cook dinner. These sentences are easy but very powerful.
And this pattern is also useful when talking about plans. You can say, "I am going to learn more English," "I'm going to practice speaking every day," or "I'm going to travel next year." These sentences help you express future goals in a relaxed and confident way.
Yes, and when beginners learn I am going to, they feel a big change. They realize they can talk about the future without using difficult grammar. And because the pattern is simple, they can speak without fear.
Let's also talk about another pattern that helps with questions. Many beginners want to ask questions but don't know how to start. So here is an easy pattern. Do you plus verb. This helps you ask simple questions in daily life. For example, do you like tea? Do you work here? Do you speak English? Do you read books?
And this pattern helps you learn about other people. When you ask simple questions, the conversation becomes active. People feel happy when someone shows interest in them. And you do not need long questions, short questions are enough.
Another helpful question pattern is can you plus verb. This helps you when you need help or when you want someone to do something. For example, can you help me? Can you repeat? Can you show me? These sentences help you stay calm in difficult situations.
Yes, and can you is one of the best ways to stay confident in English-speaking places, especially when you don't understand something. If the other person speaks too fast, you can say, "Can you speak slowly?" This is simple and polite, and people always understand.
Another helpful pattern is it is plus adjective. This helps you describe things quickly. For example, it is good, it is easy, it is difficult, it is important. These short descriptions help you express opinions without long sentences.
And this pattern becomes stronger when you add small explanations. For example, it is easy to learn, or it is difficult for me, or it is important to practice. These lines sound natural and help you communicate your thoughts clearly.
Now, let's look at patterns that help you make comparisons. Many learners worry about comparisons, but the simplest pattern is this is better. For example, this is better for me, this is better for learning, this is better than the other one. You do not need complicated grammar to compare things.
And you can also use this is the same. For example, this is the same color, or this tastes the same, or this is the same price. These lines help you express similarity in easy English.
Another helpful pattern is I think plus sentence. This helps you share your opinion gently. For example, I think this is good. I think you can do it. I think simple English is strong. These sentences make your speech soft but meaningful.
And when you want to add more feeling to your opinion, you can say, I believe plus sentence. For example, I believe practice makes you better. Or I believe you can speak clearly. These sentences sound encouraging and positive.
Let's also explore patterns that help you explain reasons. The simplest one is because plus reason. For example, I like this because it is simple, or I practice every day because I want to improve. This pattern helps listeners understand your thinking.
And when you ask questions with why, you can answer with because. For example, if someone asks, why are you learning English? You can answer, because I want a better job, or because I enjoy it.
Another easy pattern is I'm not sure. Many beginners feel pressure to always know the answer, but it is okay to say I'm not sure. This pattern helps you stay calm in conversations.
And you can use this pattern to make soft suggestions. For example, I'm not sure, but we can try. Or I'm not sure, but maybe this is better. Sentences like these make you sound polite and natural.
Now, let's learn a pattern that helps when you don't understand. It is, what does that mean? For example, if someone uses a new word, you can say, what does that mean? This helps you learn new vocabulary instantly.
You can also use, can you explain? This is simple and respectful. It shows that you want to understand more.
And when you want to make sure you heard something correctly, you can use, do you mean? For example, do you mean the meeting is today? This pattern helps you avoid confusion.
These patterns make you sound confident even when you are still learning. And the more you use them, the smoother your English becomes.
Yes, and when learners start using simple patterns every day, they feel a big change. English stops feeling like a difficult subject. It starts feeling like a friendly tool that helps you express your life.
And all these patterns connect with each other. For example, you can say, I think this is better because it is easy. I want to learn more because I feel confident. I'm going to practice because I need to improve. With these simple patterns, you can build clean and natural sentences.
And now that we have explored many patterns, we can bring everything together and show how these patterns help you speak clearly in real situations.
Thank you for learning with us today. These simple sentence patterns can help you speak English with more clarity and more confidence.
When you use small, easy patterns every day, English becomes lighter. It feels less stressful and more natural.
Remember, you don't need difficult grammar to speak well. You only need clear ideas and simple sentences.
Try these patterns in real life. Use them with friends, at work, in messages, or even when you talk to yourself while practicing.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video and subscribe to Casual English Talk.
And tell us in the comments which pattern you will use first.
Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep enjoying English.
We will see you again in the next episode.